Radiant and Resilient is about mindset and faith to break paradigms and overcome challenges in our life. Because when the mind, body, and spirit are aligned, we literally radiate from the inside out. I'm Kay Vasquez. Let's dive in.
I just got off a one-on-one call with one of my clients, and she came to me because she was low energy, also just wanted to feel better overall, had been struggling with fertility for 3, almost 4 years, trying to conceive and was unsuccessful, was successful with conceiving with her first pregnancy. She also had some bloating and gut issues. So we initially started working on some tweaks and just focusing on things that she, should eat more of, things to help heal her gut. But what I want to share was really powerful was her intention, what her intention was coming into working with me. So she came to me because she also was a stressed out person, had a lot of physical imbalances in her body, wanted a specific outcome, which eventually was to conceive and have her second child, but she was having issues conceiving. So she came to me because, she was on her own the last few years, going to different doctors, trying different things, and even a fertility specialist, and just still wasn't successful. Even in the past, she had made dietary changes, had lost a lot of weight at one point, but then she ended up gaining it all back. So she knew shifts, some tweaks needed to happen in her life. She also wanted to see what was the root cause, where was all of this coming from, and why she was feeling this way physically in her body. So the goal and intention she set with me as we started to work together was to focus on feeling better, feeling healthier. And I want to share this because this is key. And that's what inspired this episode, is the power of intention. Because, you can learn all the right strategies and do all the right things. For example, to feel better, to have more energy, to lose weight, whatever it is your goal and your intention is, or whatever your outcome is, you can learn all the strategies. But it is so important to tune into what is the intention behind what you want to achieve for yourself. And not a lot of people will talk about it, especially when it comes to their health, but also what is the intention behind, a relationship? What is the intention behind starting a business? What is the intention behind every single thing that you do? Because the intention behind one thing is also going to be important in every area of your life. And so for her, the intention was, I just want to feel better. I want to be healthier. That was her goal and her intention, which was great because it allowed her to be open to taking action and focusing on the path to get her there. So as we started working on her gut, I revealed some things that could be creating some inflammation in her body, impacting her energy, and did some testing to help her focus on, okay, these are the things to focus on eating, and these are the things to maybe substitute in the meantime that might also make you feel worse. And so what she did was she focused on eating whole, nourishing foods that's going to help her feel better. Because remember, she's matching her action with her intention. So the action was, okay, I'm going to focus on eating whole, nutritious foods that are nourishing for my body. And over the last 4-6 weeks of her setting this intention, making little tweaks in her lifestyle, not only that, but she also made shifts in her mindset. Because that's the other part that we worked on. Not just the lifestyle changes, but really diving deep into her mindset. And as she made shifts in her mindset, she's like, I feel so much more lighter. I have more energy. I feel really good. And not only that, she shared with me a win. She had lost 11 pounds. And that wasn't even her focus. Losing the weight was actually a cherry on top to the other things that she was focusing on doing. Because if you think about it, I've had a lot of clients come to me saying, I want to lose weight. And I asked her, I'm like, if that was your focus, that was your intention, one, how would that feel? And she's like, yeah, that would have felt heavy. And she's like, and I would have shown up differently. I would have done things in a different way. What she revealed to me was that she probably would have focused on restricting her foods, restricting what she was eating, the amount she was eating. And then she probably would have felt defeated if she wasn't seeing results. And yeah, that would lead to her feeling even less energy, feeling less better about herself, feeling really defeated, feeling really frustrated. And I'm so glad that she was able to see the distinction, because I don't ever want anyone to focus on losing weight, because that's not going to get you to your goal. And and even if that is your goal and you do get the weight loss, you're going to burn yourself out in the process. And you're going to be like, yeah, all that work for that, and to feel exhausted and burn out and not even happy and fulfilled with, losing the weight, to go back to, the patterns and doing things that you were doing before because it was way easier. Instead, she focused on a completely different intention, a completely different outcome. And as a result, as a byproduct of that, she actually lost the weight. So it's like, you want to lose the weight, don't focus on losing the weight. Focus on something else. Focus on, how do you want to feel instead? And what are the shifts that you need to make in your life to get you there? Because once you get there, then the byproduct is losing the weight. So that's a very, very important distinction, because intention is so powerful. The intention that we set for ourselves will affect our body, will affect us mentally, emotionally, and also have an effect physically on our body. And I asked her, because I'm like, okay, this intention that you set, wanting to feel healthy, wanting to feel better in your body, how does that feel? And of course, like she shared with me, she felt lighter, she felt more energized. But if she had focused on the weight loss, it would have made her feel weaker. It would have made her feel heavier and not even energized. It would have made her feel even more tired. So that's the power of intention, because when we set that intention, tune in. How does it feel physically in your body when you set that intention? And if it makes you feel weak, it makes you feel heavy, it makes you feel tired, that's not the right intention. So how can you shift to an intention where now you feel stronger, it gives you energy, and it now is helping pull you in the direction of that goal, of that outcome. Now you're energized, excited to make those tweaks, tune into your body to do whatever you need to do to get you there. It's way more fulfilling to have an intention that gives you that energy than one that doesn't. And not only that, she recognized how powerful that intention was with her health. So now she's focusing on setting an intention with, the people that she's around in her life, like with her coworkers, with her husband, with her son, and the relationship that she wants to have. Also, when she went to spend time with her family a couple weekends ago, she's like, oh gosh, normally I'm like stressed out when I go see my family. So I encouraged her to set an intention for the outcome that she wanted when she goes and spends time with her family. So she did that. And yeah, there were moments that were challenging because she's still learning and growing through those moments, learning how to respond when someone says something, which in the past would have triggered her. But now she has this level of awareness to recognize that she doesn't have to let that trigger her anymore. And if she does get triggered, like allow herself to explore where that's coming from, because that's revealing to her an area that she needs to heal, to work on within herself. So it was a different family trip than the previous ones that she had, because she set a different intention. She wasn't setting herself up for, oh gosh, it's going to be another stressful, time with my family. I'm not even going to enjoy this, just like the last few times, instead of bringing into the past how she felt when she spent time with her family, she had the power and the choice to choose a completely different outcome. And she actually enjoyed her time with her family more this past trip than she did any other trip that she's had, because she chose a different intention, which resulted in a completely different outcome. And the more she keeps practicing this, setting this intention and tuning into the outcome that she wants and releasing and letting go of control, and she keeps doing the inner work on herself, she's going to enjoy each trip more and more and more. And as she starts to make that shift and change within her, it starts to create a change in her family. Now her family is going to show up and respond differently. And what was once stressful, her resisting, wanting to go and spend time, now she's looking forward to it. Now she's actually enjoying her time, enjoying being present, and just really connecting with her family on a completely different and deeper level than she did before. So I love how setting the intention in one area of her life created such a profound effect, significant results, more than she could have ever imagined, in how she felt physically and energetically in her body, to now she's setting that intention in other areas of her life, which is allowing more connection with her husband, a deeper relationship, allowing her to connect more with her coworkers and her son, connect with her family. And that's the power of intention. And I can relate to this too, because I too recognize, okay, if I set a specific intention for the outcome that I want in my life, I'm going to get that specific outcome. Then if I set an intention around what I don't want, then I'm going to experience more of that in my life. So I hope you found this episode insightful. Really tune into what is something in your life that you want to change. And once you identify what that is, whether it's with your health, whether it's with a relationship, your spouse, your partner, a friend, a team member, coworker, whoever it is, or, with, or something in your business. What's a specific goal or outcome you want in your business that you want to change? And or like, say you're creating something in the business. Like for me, it's like, okay, when I went to create a book or create a podcast, I had to tune into what was the intention behind that. Because if my intention was to make more money, it would feel heavy. I would feel weak. I would feel tired. It was hard for me to show up and create in that energy. But once I shifted my focus, my intention to no, I just want to share. I just have so much to give that I want to give to the world. I am here to make an impact in someone's life. When I shifted that intention, it shifted my energy and I was able to show up and create. When I was, reacting with my husband at one point in my life, in our marriage, I realized okay, what was the intention? The intention was to really tune into me. What were some tweaks that I needed to make? So I showed up responding in a completely different way, which resulted in us reacting less, resulted in more peace, more calm in our marriage, more communication, more connection. That was my intention. Not I want to react less to Josh, but how can I create more connection to him? How can I listen to him? How can I respond to him? I want to respond calmly to Josh, not react less to Josh, but I want to respond calmly. I'm setting the intention for the outcome that I want. I want to respond calmly to Josh if I'm triggered. Or if he said something that, then I start to feel the tension rise within me. It's no, I get to choose to respond calmly so I can connect with him and communicate with him on a deeper level. So again, intention is so powerful. What is an area in your life that you want to change? And what is the outcome that you want? And how can you set an intention that is going to pull you towards that outcome? And tune in, check in. How does that energetically feel in your body? Because you'll know if it's the right intention or not. If it gives you energy, makes you feel strong, it feels really good, feels light, then you know that's the right intention for you. If not, keep tweaking it until you get there. Because once you do, then tune into what are the action steps you need to take to get you there. So that was insightful for you. I'd love to hear your takeaways. Let me know what was the most impactful thing in this episode. Share with me on Instagram at the Kate Vasquez. And until then, tune in to the next episode as we continue to dive deep into becoming your most radiant and resilient self.